there's a big focus on generating content for December because that's when people have the time, as you say, they're sitting by the pool, sitting on the toilet, whatever. That's when they're scrolling, right?
With December, it is a race to the finish line. But if you can have things prepared in your business so that when your clients are in those times of slowdown or shutdown, they can actually hear what you're trying to say. So they might not actually buy from you in December because they're not ready to buy because they're busy as well.
Yep.
But they're ready to spend their money in January. December visibility compounds January revenue.
If you want more time, money, freedom, and have a business that's not reliant on you, then you're in the right place. Each week, Mark Creedon, along with some of the very best business minds in the world, will take you through simple, practical steps you can take to create the business you always wanted. From his own practical experience, Mark will show you how to work less, make more, and get the business you always wanted, the one that you deserve. Now here's your host, one of Australia's most sought-after business coaches, Mark Creedon.
Welcome to the latest edition of the Mastermind for Business podcast. This is a podcast for you if you are a couple in business, if you're in business with your significant other, and in about 15 minutes or so every week, you'd like to learn ways that you can navigate the particular idiosyncrasies that lie around about being in business with your significant other, and you can scale the business so it's less reliant on you. And as always, joining me in the chair is my significant other. Hello, Caroline.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, we're recording this in December, and, you know, for some people, December's a downtime. For some people, December's a crazy time. But one thing about December is that it's a real opportunity to sort of start working out, if you're taking some time off, how you can still generate revenue.
Yeah, yep. I know for us, you're sort of sitting out by the barbecue, you're sitting at the pool, sitting at the beach, and it's, you know, you scroll and you walk through different books and things like that, or you read through different books that you've got. And then you also, you know, you're scrolling through your phone, and it's just a massive opportunity for consumption of content.
Right. So perfect. So if we're talking about how to market your business, and I think that traditionally there was a bit of a thinking around you don't spend money or time or effort in marketing in December because people are on holidays and people aren't interested. But I think that's outdated. And I think that times have changed now, as you say. I know that certainly for the work that we do and for the work that our clients do, there's a big focus on generating content for December because that's when people have the time, as you say, they're sitting by the pool, sitting on the toilet, whatever. That's when they're scrolling, right? That's when they're scrolling. That's when they're scrolling through social media, or that's when the opportunity. I mean, you know, for me, December, January holidays is when I read. I mean, I read books all year, but I really pour through books.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I need to get some new books for
the holidays.
For the holidays, yeah. Mm. There we go. Christmas present.
Okay.
Have your hint, Santa, if you're listening.
No socks, books.
No, books. Yummy books.
Okay. Yeah, I think like with December, it is a race to the finish line. But if you can have things prepared in your business so that when your clients are in those times of slowdown or shutdown, they can actually hear what you're trying to say. So they might not actually buy from you in December because they're not ready to buy because they're busy as well.
Yep.
But they're ready to spend their money in January.
So they're kind of prepping in December.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing because I think it's that time where you sort of go, we know it's sort of in the coaching field, for example, December may not be a great time for signing new clients, but it's a great time for prepping new clients. Who will then come on board in January. It's a great time for getting. So I want you to think about, if you're listening to this episode now and going, well, hang on, in my service business, is this a time for me to sell? I mean, if you're selling Christmas trees and Christmas decks or whatever, obviously that's the time. Or if you've got a job installing trampolines or putting swing sets together. Obviously a great time. Let's do it. But otherwise, let's think about December as the time when you're prepping your clients, you're getting lots of content out there, you're pushing material out so that they get to see it, and then they're ready to buy come the new year.
Definitely. So you don't have to do all the work in December. You don't have to be the one that's sitting at your office desk or at your kitchen table doing work while everybody else is on holidays.
No.
If you can plan now and implement now, so that, you know, you've got some automated sequences happening. You've got a marketing plan to make people buy or help people buy
Yep.
from you in January, getting involved in that emotional aspect of why people should purchase from you in January.
So let's talk about automated sequences, because you've got some ideas on some really simple things that you talk about automated sequences and really simple things that people can do now across December and January that's going to make it a lot easier for people to want to do business with them in the new year.
Yeah. Like, there's really simple things. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be expensive. You don't have to do a whole bunch of paid ads and things like that.
Yep.
A few things that I've sort of noted, we're requesting now to get some testimonials from your clients. What did they achieve through the year? What bonuses or what benefits did they get working from you? How did your services improve their life?
Yeah. Yeah.
And run a couple of those through December, January.
Yeah. And I think the other thing too is now's a great time to kind of holiday theme your posts. So we're just talking about social media here, but we'll move beyond that in due course. But you can holiday theme your posts so that people start to get a bit more interested, and maybe a bit more of insight into you, a day in the life with holiday things, or even maybe like January booking links.
Yeah.
In your bio, so that, your email signature, things like that, where you can go, well, okay, maybe you don't want to do business right now, but here's a link to my Calendly or whatever calendar program you're using where you can book a chat with me in January.
Yeah. Yeah. Get active early rather than waiting for everybody else to pick up the phone. There's no need for you to wait for people to pick up the phone.
Yeah, and I think the other thing too is, very few people pick up the phone these days, I think. But the other thing too is just to start to think about your website and your web presence, and whether you've actually, I'd be looking in December to make sure that whatever my 2026 offerings are actually in there in December, and I don't wait to the new year for that.
Yeah, and they're updated.
So you hit the ground running.
Have a look at your website and look at things on there that really shouldn't be on there anymore. A lot of people have things on their website and you think, my God, you haven't done that in your business for 2 years. So, look at a page and go, I need to get rid of those parts on my webpage.
So in one of our presentations to our Mastermind members the other day, Caroline, you came up with 7 what you call 30-minute money makers, right? I'm not going to run any jokes on money makers. So 30-minute money makers, You got 7 of them?
I do.
Fire away. What are they?
Yeah. So testimonials. Yep. Update your webpage or a webpage, just one page.
Can I just jump in there? Do you know what? I love the idea of testimonials. You know what I love more?
Case studies.
Case studies.
Yeah. Case studies are much more valuable.
Can we just explain to the listeners the difference? So to me, a testimonial is, I worked with Caroline. She's a great person. She really helped me. It was wonderful. She's great. You should talk to her. A case study is, when I first started working with Caroline, I was ready to quit my business, and we were ready to walk away from the business because it was having such a horrible impact on our home life. Having worked with Caroline for a period of time, we're now fully aligned in our vision. We've got our roles really clearly defined, and we've brought up people in the business. We've motivated them. They're doing the things they should be doing. We get to see each other a lot more. The business is scaling, and that's what happened from working with Caroline, because she addressed these, alignment, vision, and clarity, role definitions. She addressed those 4 things for us. That's a case study, and I reckon that's so much more powerful than a testimonial. But I love the idea. December, 5 to 10 case studies. Bang, let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, number 2.
So we did web page.
Yeah.
Do one page. Just
one page at a time. Yeah, tidy it up.
Doesn't have to be complicated. Just tidy it up.
That's right.
And also, you don't have to do it. You can give it to smart people who. That's
right. And the other thing too, if you're listening, it's really easy if you can throw a ton of money at this, right? I was chatting to somebody the other day in the Mastermind program. They're talking about they were looking at getting their website updated, and they got like a quote for $130,000. Now, for some people listening to this, they go, okay, well, I've got $130,000 I can spend on a website. I read an article by Jack Henderson the other day. He said he spent $200,000 to spend a day with Alex Hormozi. So you got it, fine. But if you don't have that kind of money, you don't need to. You can just go, just improve one thing.
Yep.
Improve one page or one aspect of it. Just make one change that you can afford.
One of the most important things is to make it easy for people to get access to you.
Yep.
Whether you've got a $130,000 website or whether you've got a website that is really simple and you did it yourself.
Did it on Fiverr.
Whatever.
Or using AI.
But totally.
AI-generated websites these days, yeah, cool.
Just make sure it's easy to get in contact with you.
We should chat about AI at some stage, so let's drop that into the episodes, because one of the things that really concerns me about AI at the moment, I've been doing a lot of research on this and listening to lots of different points of view on it, but one of the things that concerns me is that I reckon people can pick AI-generated stuff these days. And it's a real red flag for me. So let's throw that into as an episode.
Okay.
Right. let's go back to your 7 points.
That's
So
me.
request 5 to 10 testimonials or case studies, improve one page or one aspect of your website. Number 3.
Yeah, your Google business visibility.
Okay, so Google business visibility, you're talking about there, just making sure that you're
Where
getting
you're ranking.
where you're ranking. And of course, you become a Google business on the side of the page. So that's where you'll get your reviews in place. But you just want to make sure that you've got all those. I read when a client first joined Mastermind a little while back, Caroline, they showed me their Google business profile, and it didn't even have what they do properly or where they were. Yeah, it was just really, it was out of date.
Yep.
So make sure that's updated. Yep. Cool.
Yep.
Number 4.
Yeah, sure. Do some posts on your holiday value, a little bit about you and you as a person. What do the holidays mean for you? What does Christmas mean for you? If Christmas is not in your culture, that's fine. But what do the holidays mean for you?
Yeah.
What are the family?
And I think that there's that great value in that little peek behind the curtains. Nick, who's actually sitting on the other side of the cameras here right now, recording this for us, often talks about a day in the life where you've got the opportunity for your prospects to actually get to know you a little bit.
Yeah.
And there's great value in that, Nick, isn't there? He's giving me the thumbs up.
He doesn't like being this side of the camera.
No. Oh, I think he does like being this side of the camera. He just doesn't get to do it that much. All right. What do you got? Number 5, Caroline.
Yeah. Number 5 is a simple offer for January.
See, I love that. Here's something that we're thinking of doing, and you can grab it in January. Remember, one of the really simple tricks about getting people to do business with you is to create scarcity and urgency.
Yeah.
So if you go, it's only available in January and there's only 10 of them available.
Yep.
You're going to create both scarcity and urgency. If you can get that right, bingo.
Bingo. Yep. And make it easy. It's got to be easy.
Yeah. That's a
Definitely
really
got to
big
be
thing.
easy.
All right, number 6.
Yeah. Record a thank you message to a client. It's something that you just don't think of doing. I mean, we don't think of saying thank you to our clients for being a part of your business and the impact that they have on your business outside of the financial impact. But there's lots of reasons why we should say thank you.
Thank you. I agree with that. Do you remember when I first started doing, one-on-one consultancy before we moved into our coaching business? I used to always send a thank you when people paid a bill.
Yes.
So when they paid us, I used to send them a handwritten thank you note. And I remember a client saying to me once, I've never seen that before. Why do you do that? Because, they said, why do you do that? Because we paid the bill. So, and my answer was, well, you paid the bill because I sent it to you. There's an obligation there to pay the bill. But I want to show you beyond obligation, there's an appreciation. And I think that's true. By the way, I reckon, could I just add a little something here? Not just thank your clients, but thank your team and your suppliers. And it's a great opportunity to actually go out to the people that have a positive impact on your business and genuinely thank them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me, thanking your team is just a no-brainer.
We do it every day.
Because I just love seeing their faces when you do say, thank you for your time. Thank you for the results for today.
Yep.
It doesn't have to be just at Christmas time. And I think it just builds a lot of strength within the team.
Love it. All right. Number 7.
Build a single lead magnet, a call to action.
Yep.
Just one. For the month.
Yep. And the good thing is, you've called these 30-minute money makers because the reality is each of these things you could do in 30 minutes or less.
Yep.
And now's a great time to do it. And you know what? Can I just say, if you're a bit exhausted and a bit overwhelmed and you're just barely crawling to the finish line, even in that situation, you can find 30 minutes. Yeah?
Yeah.
And if you can find 30 minutes, then you can sort of make that happen. So just pick one of those 7 things. And let's do a quick recap, Caroline. So 5 to 10 testimonials or case studies. Yep. Improve a page of your website.
One page. Yep. Boost your Google visibility.
Yep.
And your holiday post. Love me post.
Yep. Number 5.
And a simple offer for January.
Yep. Number 6.
Thank you message to your client.
Number 7.
And a call to action message.
A single lead magnet. Yeah, I really like it. But I think the other thing too is that if you're in a business where the end of the year means skeleton staff, and for some of our clients, we know end of year means skeleton staff, this is a real opportunity for you to sort of have some rules around that as well, isn't it?
Yeah. If you do have, most businesses have some sort of skeleton staff, whether it's a reception or whatever that might be, or just emergency service department. You don't want them just sitting around.
No.
They're going to get bored, and B, it's just not effective in business.
Waste of time.
Yeah, have things set up for them so that they can sort of keep momentum in that period of time.
Yep. The other thing too is, I think, it's important for you as the business owner, so listening to this as a business owner, or, somebody in a senior management position, you've got to switch off, right? You've actually got to recharge. And, we mentioned this in the last episode, Caroline, when you're on, you're on. When you're off, you're off.
Yep.
Right? So if you're going to take some time, make sure you take some time over this period. If you're going to do that, make sure you actually do switch off.
Yep.
And so you've got to prepare that. You've got to give your team the authority. You've got to give them the ability, the tools, the resources, and the support they need to be able to cope with 80% of the issues that come up without having to reach out to you.
Yeah. Yep. And it's take away that guilt of having the time off in your business, and also encouraging your team that when they're on that time off, you don't want them checking their emails.
Yep. 100%.
If they don't have to.
On, off.
Yeah.
100%.
Encourage that and make sure that they understand that they shouldn't feel guilty for that.
Yep. So I guess that the thing that comes out of this is that at this time of the year, you can actually start to create some momentum without you working.
Yep.
You can put some things in place. But I think the other thing I like, you're talking about your 30-minute money makers, if you like. These are small things that you can do now. This is like the Kaizen principle, right? So you can do something really small now that's going to have a big impact in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever months' time.
Yep. Yep.
Or maybe sooner. If you do something right. So we talk about, booking a call to action for January. Do something in December that's going to deliver, results for you in 30 days' time.
Yeah. December visibility compounds January revenue.
Hang on, let's run that again.
Yeah.
December visibility compounds January revenue.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I have some clever things.
Oh, you say lots of clever things. Let's leave it with this. My challenge to you, dear listener, is this. What is one 30-minute money maker that you could start working on today for this December that's going to really prompt you into a cracking January and an even better year ahead?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome. I'm just going to drop in there too. We've got in January. He's our lead into January in this episode.
Yep.
We're doing a podcast, and so not a podcast. Actually, doing a
think tank, a live think tank.
Live think
so
tank.
on Zoom.
Yep.
Yep. And what are we going to be talking about?
Yep. That's going to be on how to stay connected and stay growing and stay in sync at the same time.
Right. So this is using our alignment framework that we use with our Couples in Business workshops. Our alignment framework will help you to stay growing your business, to stay connected with each other, but most importantly, to stay in sync with each other so that Tim can't play mum against dad. That's one thing, right?
Yep.
But also just so that you know that you're actually rowing in the same direction. And I reckon January is a great time to look at that because it really helps you set up for success for the rest of the calendar year.
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, Caroline, thanks for that.
Great session.
Yeah,
Thank
awesome. Guys, if you are listening to this on your favorite podcast host, whether it's Apple Podcasts or Spotify, whatever it might be, we'd love you if you like the program, love you to like it. If you know someone who's in business with their significant other and you think they'd benefit from about 15 minutes a week learning how to navigate those challenges and also to scale their business so it's less reliant on them, then please share the podcast with them. If you're watching this on YouTube, we'd love you to like it and subscribe to the channel. But most importantly, if you've got some ideas, some feedback for us or some topics that you'd like to hear us talk about and open up and unpack for you, please drop those in the comments below. Until we chat again in the next episode of the Mastermind for Business podcast, please make sure you spend time with those who matter most.